Alright, we have another news update video for Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Today, the website Siliconetta did an interview / Q&A with Hiroshi Matsuyama, CyberConnect 2's president and CEO. So, they spoke about the changes coming to Naruto Storm 4's battle system, also the leader change system, which is that tag team. They also touched on how fighting on walls might work, and lastly, the new character coming to Storm 4, Hanabi Hyuga. So, I'm gonna read these questions and answers, and if I need to, I'm gonna give in my 2 cents as well while I'm at it. So, here we go. Question 1. The numbered Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games tend to focus on the story mode from the manga. Since the Naruto series is complete and there are characters from the last Naruto the movie in the game, will Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 go to the end of the series? Hiroshi Matsuyama says, I know fans are expecting to see the climactic battles from the manga in the game, but I can't say any details about this since the information will be revealed in Weekly Shonen Jump. He then laughs and says, but don't worry about it. So, I'm guessing, yes, Storm 4 will go to the end. However, since there's still 5 to 6 months left before the game comes out, and the fact that they are working with Shonen Jump magazine, they can't directly come out and say yes. They want to reveal that information to Shonen Jump magazine first, so Shonen Jump magazine makes more money. But yeah, he's indirectly saying yes. Otherwise, he would have straight up said no, in my opinion. Moving on. Question 2. One of the major changes in Naruto Storm 4 is you can switch leader characters in the heat of battle. Do characters share a life bar, or does each character have their own life bars? Hiroshi Matsuyama replies, since some players will have a 2-person team and others a 3-man cell, we wanted to balance this by only having 1 life gauge between all characters. If you activate Awakening mode that stays active when you switch leader characters too, it's possible to have a Tail Beast Ball combo attack where Shukaku attacks first, followed by Kurama coming out right after. Now, I get where they're coming from for only having 1 life gauge for all characters, so it's more like Tekken Tag. However, I still think it would have been better if there were 3 health bars on the health gauge and giving 1 health bar per character. Then if you wanted to balance it, all you had to do was, for example, if you had 1 character versus 3 characters, you just give that 1 character 3 health bars. Simple. And if he had 2 characters, give them both 1.5 health bars to make a total of 3 health bars. Honestly, it's not hard. Or, if you wanted to make it more challenging, just apply the same rules that Marvel vs. Capcom has. Let's say they didn't want to use a full team of 3, and they only wanted to have 1 character or 2 characters. Just give them 1 health bar or 2 health bars. Yes, we'll be at a disadvantage, but at least you're giving us that option to have that disadvantage. That's all I'm saying. Look, what I'm trying to say here is, I want 3 health bars. That way, whichever direction you take, being mine or yours, it'll be better than having 2 health bars. Let's be real here. Sharing 1 health gauge with 2 health bars with 3 characters don't feel right. It sounds odd. However, sharing 1 health gauge that has 3 health bars for 3 characters sounds a lot better. I'm just saying. I'm sorry if that sounded confusing to you, but let's keep moving. For the next part of that answer, he mentioned that basically you can switch characters during mid-combo, whether it being a jutsu or taijutsu. Now the next question is a follow-up for the previous question. How are you going to balance that for the other player trying to defend against a Tail Beast Ball barrage? Hiroshi Matsuyama replies, we are going to have the game balanced for players even if they are fighting against someone with all Tail Beast users 3-man cell. We are thinking about putting in a counterattack. The support gauge is used when you do a leader change, so you cannot constantly switch characters. But you could have 3 Tail Beast attacks in a row. He then laughs. Are you kidding me? You see what I mean? This is exactly why I need 3 health bars, man. If they're gonna pull off some shit like this, tell me why you were even concerned about balancing the health bars. Seriously, CC2? I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds overpowered. Being able to have 3 tailed beast attacks in a row? This man even laughed after that. That's how you know that shit's gonna be overpowered. You know what? We're moving on. They also mentioned a note saying, unlike last year's Naruto Revolution, which had 3 character types, Drive, Awakening, and Ultimate Jutsu, all characters in Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 will be able to use an Ultimate Jutsu and an Awakening. Again, I mentioned this yesterday in my update, but again, this is very vague, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about. Is this a return to all types in one, like Storm 1, Storm 2, Storm Generation, Storm 3, or is it a slightly tweaked version of Revolution where you only have 2 options to choose from? Awakening and Ultimate Jutsu combined, or Drive type on its own? We'll have to wait and see for that. Anyway, moving on to the next question. Naruto Storm 4 will bring back wall fighting where a character can stand on a wall and attack. While earlier Storm games had both players fighting on a wall, we've seen that Storm 4 has 1 player on a wall and 1 on the ground. Can you tell us more about how this works? Hiroshi Matsuyama replies, currently the development team is discussing this feature. Having 1 character standing up high on a wall while the other character is on the ground might be unbalanced. the character on the wall can stay out of range and use projectiles from there. We are still thinking about how we can adjust wall fighting so it works for players. One idea we are considering is to only have wall fighting for boss battles if we cannot get it to feel right for free battles. One idea for free battle mode was consuming the chakra gauge while the character is standing on the wall. But then players might think if they will have to use the chakra gauge, they just won't go on the wall. Then that would make the wall actions not as useful. Trying to figure out how to not give a player standing on a wall not that much of an advantage and to make it accessible has been a huge challenge for the team. Okay, look, here's my 2 cents on this. Listen, right? CC2, listen. Even if it consumes chakra and it's not that useful, knowing that it's there can be useful when you're least expecting it. For example, I'm getting backed into a corner, then my opponent does a wide range attack like, I don't know, Madara's giant fire style. I could just run up the wall and dodge it and jump behind him. Listen, even when there were no walls to run on, people were spamming projectiles from a distance anyway, so what difference is it gonna make? As long as the person on the ground can do some damage to someone on the wall, like throw a fireball from the ground, then it's fine, it doesn't matter. If I can seamlessly run onto the wall and chase him down, then it's fine. And if you're really that concerned about them using projectiles on a wall and spamming and not coming down, there's a quick simple fix, and that is consume more chakra when using projectiles on the wall. Let's say 2 or 3 max, and then you fall off because you have no chakra. There you go. Next question. What have you been able to do visually with the more powerful PS4 and Xbox One hardware that you couldn't do when starting the Storm series on PlayStation 3? Hiroshi Matsuyama replies, "We recreated our engine from scratch using PC as the base. From there, we port the game to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The new engine takes the anime presentation from PS3 and Xbox 360 and go beyond what we've been able to do with the game's visuals." Alright, now that is some good news. They are recreating the engine from scratch using the PC as the base. So better textures, better lighting, better shadows, better everything. This is a reason why I'm glad that they aren't bringing this game to PS3 and Xbox 360, because then they'd be making it on the PS3 first, which is bad. We want them to be making it for next-gen consoles only, so they can take full power of the next-gen hardware. Anyway, continuing with his answer. Now we can add more elements for players to see in the stage as they are fighting. Also, when a character uses a jutsu, we can show environmental damage like shattered ground or burnt areas after fire has been used. There are more particle effects we can add to the game in attacks too. In Ven battle where Hashirama's wood golem fights Madara and the Kyuubi, the armor breaks into pieces that you can see. The most recent demo with Naruto working together with Sasuke and Sakura also has more environmental effects like smoke and sand. Now yes, this is all great, he's just going in depth on what I was saying just now, but what I'm curious about now is the performance, how smooth the game runs, how fast it runs, the frame rate of the gameplay. Is it 30 frames per second or is it 60 frames per second? Still to this day they have not mentioned it yet at all, so it kind of worries me, but the fact that this game is being made for PC first gives me high hopes, at least for PC anyway. But anyway, let's move on to the next and final question. How does Hanabi Hyuga play in Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4? The last time she was playable was in the PS2 title Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Axel 2. Hiroshi Matsuyama replied, "When we were making the PlayStation 2 games, Hanabi wasn't shown that much in the manga. She was there, but there wasn't much about her. Because there weren't that many female characters in the Ultimate Ninja series, CyberConnect 2 proposed to Shueisha to add Hanabi into the game. We showed Shueisha how we wanted to present her in the game and the moves she would use." So wait, you're trying to tell me that there aren't many female ninjas in this series that you can't put in like Anko? No? But you're gonna put in Hanabi? Okay, I see you. You know, let's just keep going. Continuing. Now, because Hanabi was in the last Naruto the movie, and Kishimoto Sensei presented her characteristics and what she is like in the movie, as well as the anime series where Hinata and Hanabi are together in some of the storylines, we drew upon the ideas from Hanabi as she is seen from now to create her character for the game. Hanabi is more cute in this game than on PS2. She will have attacks like you've seen on TV. Also, they noted down where they showed Hanabi's combination jutsu where Neji, Hinata, and her father Hiyashi Hyuga work together. However, Hiyashi will only appear during this combination jutsu and is not a playable character. Alright, and that is that finished. We got some good questions, some good answers, but I was expecting more in-depth answers on some stuff. I wish Hiroshi Matsuyama explained more about the wall running and at least tell us the frame rate of the game. Also, I want to know more about the battle types that's going on in Storm 4. Will it be going back to Storm 3 days, or is it tweaking Revolution? Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of the questions and answers? Do you think they were bad? Do you think they were good? How do you feel about my opinions? Do you want Hanabi in a game, or do you think there's a better female character to have in a Storm game? Do you want wall running to return, and would you mind it if it consumed chakra? Do you think sharing one health gauge with 3 characters is good? Let me know in the comments below. Visit ShikasClouds, and I'll see you guys next time.